Hey guys, this presentation is about communicating better with your team members and being a better team leader. The reason why I chose to do a video on this is because I know there's other people out there just like me. When you get through school, you're going to be stepping in your careers, and there's some of you that are going to want to be a team leader or a manager. So I'm going to try to help you do that. Make sure to use open presentation or open meetings. History shows that this is the best way to communicate with your team. The reason why is because it not only shows what you're talking about, it helps them feel what you're talking about. It also helps your team get one-on-one conversations with each other. Emails is a very effective way of communicating with your team members. You can send a message to everybody at once. It saves you time. It saves your company time and money. Um, you don't have to pull each individual employee in the office and explaining production and everything else. Um, Another thing you should do is take some time, spend one-on-one with your team members, especially the ones that are falling behind, because they might be too afraid to admit that they're stuck and that they need help. Um, Also, keep an eye-to-eye conversation with them. It shows that people learn better that way. This one to me is a biggie, a very important one. Use presentations. The reason why I say this is because there might be some people in your team that kind of understand what you're saying, but if they see a picture, it's like a light bulb. Boom! It clears everything up, which saves time on questioning after everything else, and keeps production moving. Another good thing is training. Um, you want to train your new employees properly. You want them to feel comfortable before you send them out on their own, because you want them to do their job effectively and correctly as fast as possible. Keep production moving, and you don't want to have to retrain them because that wastes time and money for the company. The next advice is um, keep yourself looking confident and serious. Like, I'm not saying to treat your team members like crap or anything like that, but I'm saying you need them to know that you are the team leader, you are the boss in that area, and what you say go, because stuff got to get done. Use simple words. Simple words is a big thing to do. It's no secret that everybody's on a different vocabulary level. Um, if you use big words that everyday normal people don't use, the possibility of people getting lost and confused on your message is a big one. You don't need that. It's a waste of time. Um, Use visuals around the workspace. It helps boost morale. It keeps people focused on the goal. The Everybody on the same goal. Everybody's going down the same path. The workflow keeps moving. Like I said, it helps with morale. You need that, especially around crunch time in any company. Be a good listener. Communication was meant to go both ways. Just because you're the team leader or the boss doesn't mean that you're the one always doing the talking. A good place to work is always a place where people feel comfortable enough to come to their leaders or their team managers and explain the situation. Use body language. Body language can get a message across very easily. There's people who can speak two different languages, but because you're doing this or using body language, it helps them understand you better. And where like I said, a company that understands each other gets a better production rate. Repetition. You want to avoid repetition. Don't sound like a broken record. You ever hear that saying, don't beat the dead horse? Pretty much what that means is relay your message one time and one time only. If there's questions at the end of your message, then you cover the areas where people were confused about, but that's it. You should also create a receptive atmosphere, because learning how to communicate effectively um, with your team members will help lower the intensity of the conversation. You want them to also to relay messages back to you. It helps everybody communicate better. Another way of doing this is using humor. Try cracking a joke every once in a while to lighten the mood. Help your teammates relax. Study shows that people learn better and retain more of your message when they're relaxed. They're not so tense and uptight. That's a very important thing also. When communicating with your team members, be sure to never mumble. You want to always speak clearly and loudly. The reason I say this is because if you mumble like this, you might think they got your message across. You might think they understood what you said, when in reality they don't. They're going to go back to their desk, or wherever they're going to work and be like, what did he say? Feedback. Feedback is another important thing. Always take feedback as a team leader. It might help you relay your next message or your next presentation a little better if you take feedback from them, because you'll learn what didn't they understand this time, what can they understand next time. Um, Another good thing is be articulate. Move around a little bit. Put something on the board like you see here, where it says agenda 1, 2, and 3. People see visuals and it helps them a little bit more. Definitely try to be articulate. Another thing you want to do is gesticulate, which means you should use your hands when you need to. Like, say you're talking about something like sales. Our sales are down here. We need them to be up here. That helps them understand the intensity and the seriously part of the conversation. Above all, be appreciative. Always thank your team members for taking the time to listen to you and, listen to the presentation or anything that you had to talk about. They're taking time out of their busy day to work for you, to get production done. Be appreciative. They'll respect that. I know this was a lot of information to take in at once. Just remember to be a good leader not only means to bark orders or give demands, it also means to create a receptive environment and to listen. Communication is the key, bro. Like, to be a good team leader, you need to know how to communicate. All right, that's all. Till next time, guys. See you later.